Thomas and Gordon were waiting for their moment. They had both been in disgrace following their respective incidents. Weeks passed as Thomas shunted the yards and Gordon pulled goods trains. Something else happened in this time, however. All the stations were being decorated. The engines were all surprised and wondered what was going on. "The Queen of England's coming! She's touring the whole kingdom to mark her coronation. I wonder who will pull the royal train." "Oh, it won't be me. I'm far too old for that excitement now." "It'll obviously going to be me." "Whoosh, in your dreams, James. You're just a mixed traffic engine." "So are you." "I might be, but I have an elegance of an express engine." The others burst out laughing. "You'll all see. Maybe I'll even get a new coat of paint." The other engines rolled their eyes at this comment and went to sleep. The days passed and James and Henry tried to one-up each other for the Fat Controller's favor for the royal train. Meanwhile, Gordon stayed quiet. He had a more pressing goal in mind. He was sitting at the platform one June afternoon watching a painter paint the roof of the big station. Henry then steamed in right next to the painter. Then there was trouble. The painter choked on Henry's smoke and fell 10 feet right into Henry's tender. His pot of paint landed crisply on Henry's dome. The Fat Controller helped the painter away before returning to view Henry. No, this won't do, Henry. This won't do for the royal train. I shall make other arrangements." "You said you wanted a new coat of paint, Henry, not to look like an iced cake." "Oh, quiet, you!" Thomas and Gordon laughed and shuffled off to the yard with the Fat Controller in quick pursuit. They had asked to speak with him privately. When the Fat Controller arrived at the yards a minute later, he found the engines looking very anxious. "Please, sir, one at a time." "Yes, Thomas." "Can Gordon have his express back, sir? He's been very good, sir, and hasn't caused any delay, sir." "I see. And Gordon?" "Can Thomas have his branch line back, sir? He's worked tirelessly here and has kept this yard in order, but he misses his line and his coaches any unreliable." "You've both been on great behavior, and I haven't heard a complaint from either you or the passengers. I think you deserve a little treat. When the Queen comes next week, Edward will be the lookout, Thomas will handle the coaches, and Gordon, you will pull the train. If you handle it well, you can both return to your normal duties after she leaves." The engines were most pleased with this arrangement. The day soon came. In the morning, Toby and Percy came with a special from Thomas's branch line. Lily and Stanley came from Edward's, and James pulled the electric engines with a special train from the mountains. All of the Fat Controller's engines stood proud. Even little Fergus was invited. Soon the clock struck noon. A whistle from far off in the distance told of Edward's arrival. The blue engine pulled smartly in with Thomas behind him. A few minutes passed before a deep, booming whistle echoed all around. The people cheered and the engine whistled loudly as Gordon, looking smart, glided effortlessly into the station. The carriage doors soon opened and out stepped Her Majesty the Queen herself. The Sodor Council and the Fat Controller greeted her warmly. "I had quite a lovely run down your main line. Thank you so much for the smooth run, Topham." "No, Your Majesty. Thank you for coming to our little island." She looked around at all the engines. The Fat Controller showed her everyone one by one. He told her their names, and she talked to them each. When she finished with Sir Allegretti, the last engine, she turned to them all. My, what a fine set of engines you have here, Topham. You must be very proud." "I couldn't be happier, Your Majesty." Percy couldn't hold it anymore. "3 cheers for the Queen!" The station rang out with horns and whistles. Everyone held their ears. The Queen waved as she headed out onto the street to meet the people. Gordon was happiest of all. as he whistled with the others. He was now out of his disgrace and could return to his life. However, he was a different engine. Gordon is still a very proud and arrogant engine, for that is just who he is. However, he sees his fellow engines as part of the same team. In turn, they all have a level of respect for Gordon, the big engine.